All right, guys, Carlton Flowers here, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And I am on a road trip. I'm killing time, and it's time for me to update you because the market is about to blow hot, and this is the exact time for people to start paying attention. So this is for everybody that I've been coaching and helping out. Start paying attention now, and do not miss any video update. If I'm doing a video, you better pay attention, because from this point on, I'm not going to upload anything for entertainment purposes. Of course, everything that I say is entertainment purposes and not financial advice. But I'm not going to upload anything for grits and shins. If I'm uploading a video, you need to be paying attention. And those of you that I've been helping, you know who you are, and you know what it means. So today we're going to talk about what's hot, and we're going to talk about starting up the paid group. So people have been asking me for 3 years to start a paid group, and I'm going to do it. We're going to start out at 50 USDT. I'm going to set up an address on the Crypto Pro website, and we'll start that. And I'm going to start explaining in this video what the $50 is going to get you, what the value is. This is not a regular pump and dump, pick a crypto project, buy this and get rich. No, you're going to be paying for my research. And I'm going to talk about where my focus is and some of the projects that are going to be included in on the research. So right now, right off the cuff, looking at Bitcoin at 97,000. We already pumped up to 107, and now we're cooling down. This is where people need to pay attention, because when the market settles down and we get a juicy correction, that's where I start to buy. In fact, tonight I'm going to be buying. We're looking at Bitcoin at 97,000. I do not buy Bitcoin. I'm buying all alts because I'm looking for 10x to 100x or more on the bull run. Once it's all done and I sell off at the peak, that's when I start to buy Bitcoin at the bottom of the next bear market. Caspa at 12.3 cents. Wow. All right, I'm praying for 10 cents, and I'm gonna probably pluck off some more Caspa in order to trade KRC20 tokens using the KRC20 Telegram bot. More on that later. But Caspa, of course, I've got 102,000 of it. I've started buying Caspa at 0.0015. Okay, so of course I've already been 100x on my Caspa, more than that actually. So I've got a nice a position there. Taraxa is dipping, and I'm gonna probably start buying again. I was buying Taraxa all the way down to 0.003, and then we saw what happened here recently. You could swing trade these things and just make a pile. Kadena, the KDA token, or coin rather, it's got its own blockchain that solves the trilemma. Okay, KDA is down to $1. We all sat here and watched it go to 185. That was a sneak preview. I think KDA is going to go bananas during the bull market, and at the peak it will probably outdo what we saw during the last bull market peak, since the project is still going strong. At the last market cycle peak, it was at $25. So you can figure out on your own what's going to happen this time, as we're sitting here looking at KDA at a nice juicy little dollar. OMI, we're doing some swing trading on base chain for minimum fees. More on that later, but let's move on to the next group that I want to talk about. It's my research group, and there are a few projects here that we want to bring to the forefront. Of course, Swift coin that I've been buying since 0.001 and 002. It is at 007. Look at the chart. I don't have to show you. Look at what it just did. Again, a sneak preview of what's going to happen during the bull run. And when the bull run hits, it's not going to be wave and then correction, wave up and then correction, you know, A, B, C, D, E waves. It's going to be straight up for several months. So at any rate, Swiftcoin doing very good. A lot of these other projects I've crossed off because they're garbage, but some that are not. Syncoin is still looking good. Everpedia still looking good. The IQ coin. Some of these others are going to get crossed off, and then I'll tell you, the members, what you're going to be getting the research on is a bunch of other altcoins that will be added to this list. Now, moving on to memes, the Solana memes and the ones that you could trade on Polygon are where I focus, and base chain. Myro is sitting at a juicy 6.69 cents. Ridiculous. I was just telling my son that if Myro, I was saying a month ago, if Myro ever dips back to 6, I'm pile driving it. Now, we sat here and we watched what Myro did. It went to what, 25 cents? And now here we are back again at the base camp, at the base of the mountain, 0.0669. Ridiculous. Next, we have Win coming on down to 0.0018. A nice Solana project. Solana meme. Rocky, of course, is not doing good. I'm trading that using the bulk bot on Telegram. Rocky is a Solana meme coin that I thought would follow in the footsteps of Myro, but it's been a disappointment. Now, Turbo, the only bad thing about Turbo is that it is an ERC20 and we're talking gas fees. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do if there's a wrapped version or something where I can swing trade, because Turbo is going to go straight to the moon. It's at 0.0083. I've been in since 0.004. I was waiting for a dip to 0.003. It didn't happen. It sailed. But of course, I'm still way up, so big deal. But I'm looking to double down. Duco is at a juicy 0.00085. I won't even tell you what this thing has done in the last few pumps. We'll get to that later. This is not a chart video. This is an alert video telling you that it's time to start paying attention. Brett is at 13 cents. Now, a month or two ago, I said if Brett comes back to a dime, I'm going to pile drive it. Well, we're getting close. Let's go to Coinbase. Of course, people get made fun of for betting on Coinbase projects, but I'm up a pile on Swiftcoin. I'm up a pile on the mobile token. I started buying mobile at 0.0008. Look at the chart. I had a nice juicy chance to sell it all off at 3x, but I didn't. I didn't want to trigger a tax event and have to complicate my taxes this year. So I just watched it come back down and thought, well, if it comes back down to the ground, I'll just pick up another 100,000 on the cheap. VThor on Coinbase, you can't ignore this. 0.0026. We're going to be talking about that. Now, XYO, I had a bag and I sat there and watched it go 10x within a matter of days, and I missed it. I don't think it's going to come back down to the base, but I'll probably pick some up. XCN sitting at a nice juicy 0.00222. Very nice. Now, Filecoin, I should have sold it off when it was tipping its hat at $8, but I did not. And then last but not least, Krill at a nice, lovely $0.50. 52 cents. Not bad. Krill coin, of course. What did it do here recently? I think it surpassed $1. That's the only one. I'll pull up the chart just to see that peak. 90 cents. It was close. About 95 cents. It almost hit $1. But Krill is probably going to do a good 5x from here. And these are safe projects that are already vetted by Coinbase. And here's the thing, guys. Make fun of Coinbase holders all you want, but there's one advantage. You can exit with money. You can sell this stuff for USDC or USDT, and then you can cash out to USD straight to your bank account. It's an off-ramp. So for all of the projects that I'm going to be swapping and trading on other DEXs, there aren't many exchanges left, and I'm going to do a whole video on that. Not too many exchanges outside of Coinbase and Kraken that we can trade on. But if I'm trading using DEXs on Polygon, using the Bonk bot, on Solana, on whatever, you got to have a place to sell. Number one, you're going to have to swap out for either USDC or USDT, and then you're going to have to send it to an off-ramp like Coinbase or Kraken and convert that to USDT, or I'm sorry, to USD, and then you're going to pay a big fat capital gains tax once you cash out. So we're going to be talking about that. There's your base chain. There is one project on this base chain. Sensei, I've been on this one for 4 years. This one will be discussed. You're going to get my research on that. Well, at any rate, that's all I want to do for now, is to alert you that it's time to pay attention. You see the stuff that I am putting a focus on. Polygon chain, base chain, Coinbase, all right, and the Solana chain, where there are literally no fees. And then I am using the TANGEM wallet. If you don't have a TANGEM hardware wallet, click the link and get it now. Don't play yourself. Don't make a fool of yourself. I also have a Ledger hardware wallet used in conjunction with MetaMask. I don't do much outside of the hardware wallets. I just don't. There is a swap that I'm using now that has some juicy base chain plays, but we're going to get into that, and it's going to be for the paid group because there's a risk with it. You can lose so much, guys and gals. You can lose so much here. It's very risky, and if you have a weak stomach, go away. Do not play. But if you've got a penchant for disaster and recklessness and taking chances, you're in the right place at the right time. There's more coming. Stay tuned. Post in the comments if you are ready for the paid group. And I'll start to collect email addresses and give you instructions. Also post in the comments if there's another project that you're really looking at. There's a lot of garbage out there and a lot of crap that people want me to look into. I'm not putting my focus on anything that you cannot get your money out of. If there's not a way that you can sell out and get to an off-ramp, I'm not interested, because I've stranded way too many tokens of projects that have been stripped away by Gary the Gremlin Gensler. I can't wait until he is gone. Maybe in the future, we'll be able to get onto some of those exchanges where I have been stranded with certain projects. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm not interested in discussing and looking into TA on projects that we in the U.S. can't get out of. We'll talk soon. That's all I got for now. This is Carlton, and I am out.